What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. In my last video, we went over the HP Elite Desk mini PC that I got, and we showed what it can do versus emulation. And in this video, the part two, we had a great suggestion by a subscriber who said we should change out the thermal paste in the computer. And that's a great idea, and we plan on doing it. In fact, we're going to do it in this video. We're also going to highlight some systems and games that a few other people made suggestions that we should check out and see how they run. So, with that said, let's get into it and get the thermal paste cleaned out, and we will see some before and after shots and see if it does if it makes a difference, or if it's just really wasn't worth it. We'll find out. Hope you enjoy. So this is the PC running for about 10 minutes with very little load on it. We're looking at about 50 Celsius across all the cores. Now we're going to do some Mario Kart 8 on the Cemu emulator, and after completing the Mushroom Cup, this jumped up to between 73 and 70 degrees Celsius on all the cores. Alright, let's get this bad boy opened up. And for the first time ever, I did not forget to unlatch the little security latch, and it opened up without any problems. That's right, I can be taught, folks. So, for small projects like these, I have this bright green Walmart kit I think I bought for $5. Hyper tough, and it does the job perfect. I have quite a few iFixit kits. I'm not sponsored by them, I just like their stuff. But I don't need them. If it's a bigger job, if I need smaller bits, or if I need a larger array of bits, I will get those kits. But for something like this, this cheap $5 Walmart Hyper Tough kit gets the job done. Take a couple screws out, and we're going to pull the fan out. There's a little bracket that you need to remove. Once you can get that bracket out, we can pull off the CPU cooler. And there goes the spacer, or the bracket, whatever you want to call it. Got one more screw, and the cooler comes off. There you go. The temple of thermal paste right there. Now, this thermal paste, it's not cracking, it's not clumping, it's still pretty pliable. It's not brand new, but man, I'd say within the last year to 6 months, we're going to start out with a spudger, and we're just going to gently scrape off as much as we can. And I do mean gently. There's no reason to put any kind of force on this. Got to clean off this messy tip. And then we'll use a baby wipe to wipe down the rest. Once again, not putting any real pressure, just doing circular motions and trying to get it to come off on its own. Same thing with this CPU. We're going to use a Q-tip, and we're just going to gently brush in the same direction and get as much as we can off. There we go. Then I'll come back with the baby wipe, and I'll ever so gently wipe down the CPU as well. Once that's clean, I'll dry it off with a Q-tip, and then I'll jump to some isopropyl alcohol. Now, I know some people may think these are too many steps, but I don't think I think it's just fine. It doesn't add that much time or material, and I'm okay with it. Knowing that it's fresh and clean is going to make a good contact. Alright, one last dry, and then we'll move on to the thermal paste and reapply it. Now I use MX4 thermal compound. It's worked great for years. Got nothing wrong with it. There's probably better stuff out there, but I don't think it's a huge difference. This stuff's worked great. And we're about to apply not the perfect amount of thermal paste. That's right, I said it.
Absolutely disgusting.
Okay, he may be right, but didn't need to be said. Anyway, I don't spread mine around. I just let the pressure from the screws do the job. Spread it out as even as it wants to get. But that's about it. Now we're going to put this thing back together and do some more tests and see if we made any improvements at all. And as you can see, post new thermal paste, we've dropped about 8 degrees Celsius across the cores. I'm very happy with that. And if we go on to a game of Mario Kart 8, you can see it's playing on the CEMU emulator. And we're doing about, I'd say about 50, 51 FPS. Now, this is while I'm recording with OBS. I played it again with that OBS, and the FPS jumped up to about a solid 55, so it plays much better when you're not doing recording. But anyway, I think it plays great. Now you got to understand though, every time you do something for the first time, it's going to cache everything. So the very first lap you take of this game, it's going to be slowed. But after that, everything looks great. We just finished a race, and gosh, the temp looks about the same, honestly. It didn't really change a whole heck of a lot, but it sure did in that idle state. I'm glad that changed. But yeah, this didn't change at all. Oh well. Super Paper Mario for the Wii, playing on the Dolphin emulator. This game looks great, it plays great, just like the other games we showed off with the Dolphin emulator. It plays, if you're into GameCube, Wii, and potentially Wii U, this emulator on this system will not be a letdown. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs for the Wii, played also on the Dolphin emulator. Now, like we talked about earlier, the first time you go through certain areas, it has to cache it, so it slows down briefly, but then it speeds right up, and the next time you pass through it, you're golden. As with Super Paper Mario, this thing plays great. This is one of my son's and I's favorite games to play. If you've never played it, give it a shot. And last but certainly not least, Super Mario Galaxy on the Wii, play through the Dolphin emulator again. Now, like I said, you'll see it slow down at the very beginning. Once it caches everything, once all the shaders are taken care of, this game runs perfect. It may not be for everybody. Some people may not want to play it this way, but that's fine. As we talked about in the first video, $65 and you get to play at this level. I'm good with it. That's money well spent. Well, there you have it. Now, whether you get a used PC or a used video game console, like a modern one, you really want to change out the thermal paste. That can make a huge difference of extending the life of that machine for many years, or it burning up and you losing a lot of money. So, I appreciate the suggestion. I'm always open to suggestions like that. It's great advice. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Is there anything else you think I should do with this system? Or are there any other systems that I should emulate and show you how they run? As always, take some time this week to play some video games. Doesn't have to be what we showed today, but hey, those are fun games. Why not? Be good people, be good to those around you, and keep on gaming.